Motor Speedway, which was used between 2000 and 2007. The United States Grand Prix has been held on and off since 1908. It was originally called the American Grand Prix up until 1960, when it became the United States Grand Prix that we know today. Michael Schumacher has seen a number of victories
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Formula Worldwide Leagues presents Friday Night Lights. I am your affable host, DonutPuncher 272, joining you live, as always, late on a Friday night here on the East Coast. And we are back, but this week, we're back in a very small way, because we are at the worst track in all of Formula One, one of the worst tracks ever created. We are at Miami Gardens, but we do have 15 drivers here tonight, which is actually a fairly decent turnout, who are ready to provide us with some hot racing action. And that hot racing action has already started with a wet weather qualifying that has given us a tasty little mixed up grid here. The dominant performer of this season, Double R Lawrence, starts third, so he has a couple of roadblocks in front of him to try to get up to the front of the field. You know, Nickelodeon up here, Defy, will not go down easily, will not go down without a fight. He might just crash into you, you never know. We got NXR Gifted, two-time champion up here that Double R Lawrence is going to have to pass. Novocaine up here, which means Novocaine's girlfriend is with us tonight. Welcome, Mrs. Novocaine. And then we have some people down here. We'll talk about all these people later. And of course, we have my co-commentator, typically. But tonight he is racing to make up the numbers. Massive Noogies down here in 15th place. A shocking qualifying for Massive Noogies. Hopefully he can get his shit together and have a little bit better race. Oh, dearie me, people. We're at Miami Gardens. What a terrible track. Why is it on the calendar? Why? And I forgot there was sprint qualifying today in real life. Didn't watch it. And I'll probably forget there's a sprint tomorrow. But here we go. Cars about to be lined up on the grid for 29 laps of hopefully some hot racing action. I do know up at the front something is going to have to give here because Double R Lawrence wins every week, but he's not winning right now. So we'll get on board with our, you know what, let's get on board with Double R Lawrence. Let's see what he's doing up here at the front at the beginning of the race. Our top three drivers on the Horde tire. Plube has had a terrible parking job. Not a good start for Pube. Five lights on. Five lights off. LFG, incredible start from Double R Lawrence. Looks like he's going to pass NXR Gifted, or is NXR Gifted going to go defensive? He does go a little defensive there. NXR Gifted not going to be able to hold on to this, though. Double R Lawrence has the outside. Now he's got the speed, he's got the overtake button on, but NXR Gifted continues to fight back. Oh, this is going to cost both of them time right now. I think NXR Gifted realized that and decided, let's fight another day. So Double R Lawrence already up into second place on his quest to win every single race and ruin this league entirely. Let's see if he can do it. Further down the field, I see movement down here between Massive Noogies and the G-Spot. The G-Spot joining us after a pretty long hiatus. So these two are fighting for 14th and 15th place. Pretty meaningless in the grand scheme of things, but I'm sure meaningful to them. Continuing to fight. And it looks like Massive is going to have the edge here. No. The G-Spot continues to fight back on the inside, which is now the outside, and now that is Massive's corner. The G-Spot's going to have to give that up. So Double R Lawrence doing his best to stay within DRS range here of Defy. Defy having heck of pace. As foretold in the Discord, it sounded like Defy was going to be very quick tonight. Double R Lawrence doubted his chances. We used to call Sketchable the sandbagger. I think it's now Double R Lawrence. Speaking of which, Sketchable not here tonight because of burnout. How do I feel about that? So Double R Lawrence, look at that, lost 5/10 in those final couple of corners. So Double R Lawrence and NXR Gifted now detached. I'm sure NXR Gifted thought, oh, this is cool. I'll just sit behind Double R Lawrence and he'll lead me up to the front of the field. But that has not come to pass. Interesting. So now, just like last week, the race is in the hands of Defy as we see the tire strategies on the screen there. Doesn't stay what lap you go in when you start on hard, so I guess it was too much money to put that part of the graphic in there. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. As we got Heat Gang and KDM battling back here as we the North look on. So we've got some pretty close gaps here. Not quite the hot racing action we desire here on a Friday night. Scarther's 40 seconds behind already on lap 2. I don't think that's the start he would have been looking for, but he still has a great chance in this race. We'll keep an eye on him as we go through, go further into this race, as the G-spot now has already fallen off the back of Massive Noogies. Massive Noogies making tremendous inroads. 2 laps in, 2 positions gained. What a ledge. Let's get back up to the front here. NXR Gifted with another fastest lap of the race. Double R Lawrence doing his best to hold on, but he might have to fight off the sexual advances of NXR Gifted here very shortly. I don't think Double R Lawrence wants to do that, and I don't think NXR Gifted really wants to do that either. I think he would much prefer that Double R just sort of take him to the front like you would expect him to, but Double R Lawrence is struggling right now. Struggling badly for pace. Not so much that NXR is going to catch and pass him. I don't think he is. Oh, perhaps he is, so NXR sends it down the inside. Double R holds it, though. These two do not want to cost each other time. That's the last thing they want to do. But as last week, the race is in the hands of Defy. Will he crumble like he did last week? Oh, my. What a mighty crumbling it was for Defy last week. If you remember, which I'm sure you do, but I will remind you, Defy had the race in his masculine, meaty paws. And then he got a 3-second penalty, and and then almost immediately thereafter got a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane. It was hilarious. So NXR taking a peek down the inside, but he has really no intention there of passing Double R Lawrence, nor should he. Double R Lawrence needs to get his act together, but there he just lost another 4 tenths. I don't think we've ever seen Double R Lawrence struggle like this before. So we got some arrows down here moving about. Joban and Plube fighting. We got more arrows up here as Victor Chalice and Sweaty Randall. I don't know if they came together, but Sweaty Randall has definitely had something bad happen to him. He's facing the wrong direction right now, I think. He is indeed. Does a little spin around there. Very nice. Very nice. And looks like he has lost some wing bits. So he'll be coming into the pits soon, and that is someone that Scarthers will pass. So Scarthers will move up into 14th place on his journey back up to the front of the field. Massive Noogies now right behind Plube, as Plube and Joban continue to fight down this DRS straight, as Joban does not have the DRS, and he is powerless to resist. Oh, no. Oh, no. The Ferrari has hit Plube, so Plube has been spun around there by the G-Spot. The G-Spot is guilty. He's a reserve driver tonight. He's guilty of murdering another reserve driver, so Plube is not going to like that. I bet you he's going to get on the Discord machine and talk all about it, so that'll be fun. Plube is very mouthy. Mouthy is probably the wrong word. That has a negative connotation. Chatty. Let's say chatty is the word. We got arrows up here. It's Chaos Corrupted and Senior Heat Gang are fighting it out. So these two are going side by side through the final corners, as KDM lies in wait. He looks down the inside, says, not right now, not right now. Let's be patient. Let's be patient. Nice little 5-car battle here. Chaos Corrupted, Senior Heat Gang, who is all over the butt of Chaos Corrupted. We got KDM, We the North, and Victor Chalice all fighting it out here. That's not where you expect to see Victor Chalice. So let's keep an eye on Senior Heat Gang as he looks to make the move on Chaos Corrupted. Gets a tremendous launch out of that corner there. Only a couple tenths behind. He's going to have the help of the DRS, a hot, steamy blast of it. Let's see if he can make that move here on lap 5, down into the worst section of corners in all of Formula One, this stadium section thingy. It is horrendous. So Senior Heat Gang does in fact make the move. Chaos Corrupted now falling into the clutches of KDM, fighting back valiantly as We the North and Victor Chouse look on. Back up here at the front, NXR Gifted. Blimey, lost more time. Oh, whoa, excuse me. NXR Gifted is in front of Double R Lawrence, as Double R Lawrence now looks to make the move on NXR Gifted and does so. But they together have lost time to Defy. Again, this race is in the hands of Defy. Will he cock it up? This is where normally Massive would come in and say, yeah, man, I definitely think he's going to cock it up. And then I would laugh, and then he would say something else, and I would laugh, and I would love it. But he's not here. Oh, we got a hell of a battle here at the back of the field. Sweaty Randall and Scarthers. This is exactly what we came for. Come on, Scarthers. Ploob has, the G-Spot has gone into the pit lane and has retired. Perhaps he feels so bad about what he did to Ploob that he decided the best thing to do was just give up, as Scarthers has lost touch with Sweaty Randall. So not to be right now for Scarthers. He will be at the front of the field by the end of this race. You mark my words. Because I think we all... Uh-oh! That was... Wow. Double R Lawrence there doing a little Tokyo drift coming out of the DRS straight. I don't know what the numbers of any of these corners are. I can't be ours to learn. He is able to hold on in front of NXR Gifted, but costing them more and more time. I want to thank everyone for joining us on the Twitch stream tonight. If you want to interact with your host and give me someone to talk to, that would be cool. I can answer questions, provide advice on situations that maybe you're having trouble with. Perhaps you're having lady problems. I like ladies. Maybe I can solve your problems. Questions on a postcard. As NXR Gifted and Double R Lawrence have now fallen behind by 3 seconds. Defy must not believe what's happening right now. Everything is coming up Defy. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this 5-car battle here that is still going on. Actually, I think it's a 4-car battle now. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it's a 4-car battle. Someone has fallen out. Massive Noogies, though. Look at him, up to 10th place already. And Joban about to be the next victim of his. Got plenty of DRS to use right now on Joban if he so chooses. Plenty of ERS. Is he going to use it? No, he's not. He's just going to take that hot, steamy blast of DRS to the face and pass Joban. Oh, no. Massive went a little deep there, gave Joban a chance, but Massive has the inside corner on all the important bits of the track, and Massive makes the move. He's going to have to fight him off during this DRS straight here. Let's see what happens. I don't know if you can hear one of my cats meowing, the fattest of my cats. Nando, named after Fernando Alonso, meowing for food here. There you go, Fatso. Have some. As Joban and Massive continue their fight, their quest for 10th place. Massive falls back down to 10th. Let's take a look here what's going on with these guys. Everybody getting racy. Victor Chouse going to have to start getting racy. This is not where he should be right now in 8th place. That's not where he belongs, certainly. As we are on lap 8 of 29. Oh my God, lap 8 of 29. You know what we should have done is we should have invited Massive so we could have some in-car interviews like they do in American motor racing. Because apparently the racing is so easy to do, they can talk while they're doing it. It looks like Massive is going to make that move there. Victor Chouse has now made a move. Oh my! This 4-car battle continues to be very spicy indeed. Perhaps I should have stuck it on here. Oh no! Victor Chouse is all over the place, and that has caused a big problem for Victor Chouse. And Senior Heat Gang, they are the 2 losers in that battle. Uh-oh. So our 4-car battle has become a 2-car battle as Massive Noogies and Joban drive through, quite literally, Victor Chaus, as he will look to regain some confidence here, but his confidence must have taken a massive hit. As Joban now has the DRS, looks like he's going to be going down the inside of Massive Noogies. Massive, powerless to resist. And We the North and KDM continuing to battle it out. Nice little battle here between these two reserve drivers, doing a pretty decent job. Senior Heat Gang going into the pits, perhaps to get some new Wang parts, or is he going to DNF because he's so angry? Yep, he's getting some new Wang parts. That did not work out for Senior Heat Gang. And goes on the soft tires, committing himself to one more pit stop here tonight. He's got to be so angry. Potentially could have been a safety car there. I don't think any of us would have minded if there had been, as NXR and RR continue to fight it out for second place, costing each other time. Wow. The only question left to answer tonight is, how is Defy going to F this up? Will he F it up? Massive finding himself in a heck of a battle here between Victor Chaus and Joban. Massive, of course, has raced a few times on Wednesday night, so he's familiar with this league structure and setup, as Chaos Corrupted wants to gate crash this party. Victor Chaus also wants to be the leader of this party, as Victor Chaus goes into the lead of this little group. Excuse me, Chaos Corrupted out of nowhere shows up and goes into the lead of this little group. What a four-car battle we have here. So we had a four-car battle before. We had some wrecking going on, and now we got another one. So this will sustain us for a little while, hopefully, as we make our way around this dreadful, dreadful circuit. So the prize at stake here is 7th place. Nothing to sneeze at, but, you know. Not exactly the most important thing in the world. So that's why we can just kick back and have a little fun. Victor Chaus falling behind badly. Those fresh new medium tires are really working a treat for Chaos Corrupted. Of course, he's going to have to come in one more time, but still having some fun on those tires right now. Let's see if Victor Chaus can hang on to the DRS through the terrible little twisty bit here. Massive and Joban are certainly going to hope that he can. It does not look like he's going to be able to. So that 4-car battle is now a 3-car battle. Disappointing, disappointing. So the G-Spot has chimed in on the Discords, apologizing to everyone, says he has a lot going on right now. Hey, we understand, G-Spot. We understand. Came in as a reserve driver, you did your best, and we appreciate your efforts here this evening. So the best battle we have on track now is between KDM and We the North, as KDM wiggles his way through one of those corners. I don't know, maybe it's turn 3 or 4, something like that. Who gives a shit? Looks like RR and NXR have made up a little bit of progress in the last few laps. Nice to see. Maybe that's due to an error from Defy. In fact, let's get on board with Defy and let's just drive around with him for a bit. See what he's got going on. That's too loud. Still moving back here. Oh boy, quite a fight between Massive Noogies and Victor Chaus. Not sure if that was tire bits or car bits, but it looked like there was a little bit of debris kicked up off the track there as they drove through. Of course, Victor Chaus at this point should have the tar advantage, but doesn't look like he has the pace advantage. Looks like he's struggling mightily on this low grip track. As Massive Noogies pulls out into 7th place. Wow, they have fallen 3.5 seconds behind Chaos Corrupted already. The power of new tars. Very strong here. So we have a couple of close gaps, but otherwise it's Gap City up in this botch. Double R Lawrence and NXR Gifted just not doing it right now. And they're smart enough that they're not going to like battle each other, so there's not really much point in watching them just make DRS passes on each other. Novocaine having a very lonely race, at least on track. At home, we know he is flanked by Mrs. Novocaine, telling him in his ear when to brake, when to hit the gas, when to turn, when to breathe, when to open his eyes. It's a full-time job for Mrs. Novocaine. Novocaine just an empty vessel. Uh-oh, Scarthers has retired from the session. Scarthers is out. Wow. Well, I'm sure everybody saw that on their screens, and now they know, now they must know that they have a tremendous opportunity on their hands here without Scarthers in the race. This is the break that everyone has been waiting for. Ploob is, oh boy. Ploob is struggling. When you have to stop on track to avoid hitting a wall, that's the equivalent of French frying when you should be trying to do a pizza. You're going to have a bad time. Scarthers in the chat says, "Don't do me dirty, Donut. I don't know how I could be any more complimentary and supportive, quite honestly." And while I was looking down at my screen, being distracted by Scarthers, the answer to my previous question has been, well, I'm at a loss for words here. I'm not getting the words out that I want to. Let's just put it like this. Defy has fucked up. He's fucked up bad. 3-second penalty for Defy. Now there is jeopardy. So Double R Lawrence and NXR Gifted obviously have seen this pop up on their tellies, and they'll know that they have a chance now. Time to get their S together. Novocaine has gone to the pit, so Mrs. Novocaine thinks that 13 laps is enough on those medium tires. She's had enough. She's having Mr. Novocaine go into the pits now for some fresh Horde tires. So we'll see what the net effect of that is. So we should start seeing some pit stops here for these medium runners, a couple more to come in. Some of them consequential, some of them not. Look at this, look at this. Double R Lawrence. He smells blood. He's left NXR Gifted in the dust. And now he is under that magical 3 seconds, so now he is in the net lead of the race for a very short time period. We're not going to go blow by blow, second by second, frame by frame. But you can see it on your screen for yourself what the gap is. And it's a very interesting gap. Now, it's not a DRS gap, which is really what he needs, but he has completely dropped NXR. So NXR for 13 laps was living the life. But he's fallen out of DRS range, and he is probably about to have a bit of a lonely race for the last half of it. Oh, Defy, what have you done? So the only gap on track right now, less than a second, is, of course, Massive Noogies, who is here to provide us with the hot racing action that we need and crave on a Friday night. I just realized I don't have any maple syrup right now, which means I can't have any waffles after the race. God damn it. Normally we would be doing cakes and pies at a time like this, but I just can't do it without my co-commentator. Cakes and pies will just have to be rescheduled for next week. So those pit stops are starting to happen now. People getting off those medium tires. Massive continues on them, wants a little bit of track position for a little while. Loves track position, does Massive. And plus he's just sitting back behind Victor Chouse, getting hot steamy blast of DRS after hot steamy blast of DRS. I get it, I believe, what, 3 times on this track? God, this track sucks. Yeah, you get 3 DRS zones on this track. H.E. Pennypacker in the chat says, Gifted has a good race going. I would agree, H.E. Pennypacker, but it has fallen a little bit a bit apart here in the last few laps as he has gone to the pits now. So he was struggling on those Ford tires at this point, and it looks like he's going to try to do a little bit of an undercut. See if he can't get himself back into DRS range. So puts on those fresh medium tires. He's going to stay in 3rd place, I'm sure. Let's follow along with him. Let's see if he can push these front 2. They're certainly not going to take any chances here. I would assume they'll be going in next lap, or on this lap, I should say. Let's see what they do. But for now, let's just get on board with NXR Gifted, and let's see if he can put the hammer down. It's hammer time in this Mercedes right now for NXR Gifted. Not using the ERS, so perhaps he doesn't feel like he has a chance really to make this undercut work. The Lobster in the chat has commented about Defy getting a pit lane penalty. That is a good shout from the Lobster. Let's take a look at that, actually. He should be going in right now. He is indeed. Let's see if he fucks it up. Easy, easy. Oh, wow. That was close. I don't know if it was close or not. Probably wasn't. Who cares? Double R Lawrence stays out there. Perhaps he's going to go on the softs. That could be fun. Mediums for Defy. So the only question now is, does NXR Gifted get up with Defy? Is he able to get in the DRS? Has the undercut worked? It does not look like it. It has not. It has not. Perhaps it can work on Double R Lawrence, but it has failed on Defy. So now the last thing to happen in this race is the pit stop for Double R Lawrence. And then we'll see where everything shakes out. Now obviously, Defy is going to make up some time here on Double R. I wonder if Double R is going to go on the softs, because it will be hard to make up this time that Defy is going to be getting from the undercut. Oh boy, Defy, oh boy! Might have went off track there, Defy. Easy, Defy. So let's see, Double R Lawrence, is he going in the pits? He is indeed going into the pits. And let's see what tar he puts on. It's the mediums. Damn it, I was hoping it was the softs. So Defy blasts through. NXR Gifted with the fastest lap of the race. It looks like NXR Gifted's strategy for the undercut is going to work on Double R Lawrence. That works very well indeed. So Double R Lawrence with a 2-lap tire advantage on NXR should be able to get with him and pass him relatively, well, I don't know if I would say relatively easy, but certainly these two together should be able to work together and see if they can't get within that 3-second window of Defy. Massive Noogies staying out. surely he'll be going on the softs. Everybody else is pitted now. Massive Noogies is the last one to pit. So H.E. Pennypacker out there says that he believes in Gifted. Well, I believe in him too. I think he's a really good driver. He's a great chap. An interesting fella to talk to on the podium. I think we're going to be talking to him tonight. So if you have any questions for him you want me to ask on behalf of the viewers out there, I'd love to put it to him. And not in a sexual way. I mean the questions, of course. Somehow these two have managed to lose time. So that's not ideal as Defy puts in the fastest lap of the race. You know what? Let's just check out. Let's go to the race director. And let's see how many penalties Defy is on right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So Defy has 2 more strikes to go right now before he gets a penalty again. So for the time being, he is safe as these two continue to lose time. God damn it. Massive Noogies not going into the pits again, so it looks like he's safety car hanging right now. Goal hanging, we call it in the business. He's decided that pit stopping tonight here just is not for him. As NXR and Double R Lawrence are back here fighting it out. Now would be the time, Double R Lawrence, to show us that preternatural pace that you have. Preternatural. God damn it. Jesus Christ, I can't say shit. Man, I don't have maple syrup. What am I going to eat? I could eat cookies. Yeah, I'll eat cookies. Let's see. I was hoping Massive was closer to the pit lane. I want to see if he's going to go into the pits. He is now about to be passed by KDM. So these fresh pit stop people are just blasting through Massive right now. 3-second penalty for KDM as he was impatiently trying to get by Massive. Serves you right. So let's see if Massive goes in this time. Finally, Massive goes into the pits, finally gives up on that safety car plan. That was not a great pit lane entry for Massive there. He will most certainly be going on to the medium tires here. We'll follow his progress throughout the rest of this race. Oh my, he goes all the way back down into 12th place. But he will be able to make quick work of Sweaty Randall, almost certainly. And the people, of course, in front of him don't have old tires. They just have different tires. That doesn't make them any worse or better. Different doesn't mean that you're bad. For those of you out there who are different, don't let anyone tell you that you're not special. Maybe you're even more special. This is somewhat the only drama here. Oh, actually, you know what? Never mind. There's some drama up here at the front because Double R Lawrence has finally pulled the pin and decided to get the finger out, and he is off. He is only 3.5 seconds behind Defy. Defy must be feeling the heat. The H is O for Defy. The 40-pound lobster house. Do I look black and white cookies? Of course I do. Of course I do. Look to the cookie, Lobster. Look to the cookie. Got to solve a lot of our racial tensions if we just looked to the cookie. Massive not making the progress I thought he would. It almost looks like the track is wet still. Every time they go a little bit offline, it looks like it's kicking up water. Cool realism, F123. Really awesome that you spent your time on that aspect of the game. Let's get back up to the front here, because even though the cars are not near each other, NXR Gifted must have had something bad happen to him, because he finds himself very far back now. Uh-oh. We have a yellow flag. Looks like Plube underwent some cosmetic surgery there. Has reduced the size of his nose. Unfortunately, it did not bring about a safety car. That would have really put the cat amongst the pigeons. But as it were, we have not got the safety car. So Massive down here in 11th place. Gonna just try to make some progress back up to the field. We'll catch up with him a little bit later. Who do we want to focus on here? Well, I know what we should focus on. Double R Lawrence. He's gonna do it again. He's gonna do it again. Defy's gonna blow it. Oh, Defy. What have you done? Lap 22 of 29. Defy has 7 laps to get his shit together and make up this time. Of course, Double R Lawrence has the tar advantage. It's not much of one, but it is one. Look at those gaps. Nothing. Other than this gap, of course. Well, this would be fun if Double R Lawrence just caught up to him and passed him. Defy must be disconsolate right now. He's thrown it all away again. Still time, but not looking good right now for Defy. He has completely gacked it up. So we've got some love out there for Pube. So Pube down here in 13th place, the last of the running cars in the field right now. Not exactly what you would call a good race for the Pube, but he does have his supporters out there. They're rooting for him, so let's give him some airtime. Let's get on board with the Pube for his fans. They can see what he's got as he drives through this crap stadium section. A little deep there for the Pube. Well done, yes. Put your foot down, Pube. Put it down. A little hop, skip, and a jump there through the chicane. And onto the freeway. What is going on up here? Is Defy in some sort of trouble? I mean, certainly the tire advantage is not what's causing this. Looks like Defy has all of his wing bits. He's just completely lost the pace. Completely lost the pace. Look at this. Plube is retired from the section. Oh, the Pube is out. The Pube is out. I hope we don't lose the Pube's fans because the end of this race is getting spicier. For some reason, Defy has lost all of his pace, all of his composure, all of his spirit, all of his energy. It's gone. And he is falling into the clutches of Double R Lawrence, who looks like he could pass him on track, plus the 3-second penalty. NXR Gifted has given up all hope of catching these two. He could probably just put the AI on and kick back and smoke a J, if he's that kind of guy. Well, the Pube is out of this race. The Pube is out of this race. His fans are just unconsolable. Inconsolable. Is it in or un? God, I'm having a lot of problems with my words tonight. This is where I need Massive. Whip me into shape. And the move has been made. Defy has just conceded first place on the track. It was already that way because of the 3-second penalty. What has happened to Defy? This is quite the turn of events here. You know, of course, Defy had that 3-second penalty, so his win was in jeopardy, but to lose the advantage he had is, and so quickly, too. And it doesn't look like he has a problem now. Maybe he just wanted to battle with Double R Lawrence, perhaps because they seem like they're homies. Maybe they just wanted to have some fun together. I'm sure Double R Lawrence is not super thrilled about that. Well, the 40-pound lobster wants to talk about his favorite candy bars, and I mean, I'm happy to talk about candy bars anytime you want. I've had quite a few Milky Ways this week. I fucking love a Milky Way. I like a Three Musketeers if I just want to take it easy, you know? It's so light. So light and fluffy on the inside, whatever that stuff is on the inside. I guess they would call that nougat, but that's... I don't know if that's nougat or not. Of course, the king of all candy bars, the 100 grand bar. You don't see those very often, but when you do, you know you're in the presence of greatness. It looks like Double R Lawrence, perhaps, has fallen into the Defy trap. Perhaps Defy is trying to put some pressure on Double R Lawrence and force him into a penalty. Perhaps some 4D chess here by Defy? Is that possible? Because I'm struggling to understand how it has all gone so wrong. And we said we'd keep an eye on Massive, and we have indeed. He has finally made his way up to Joban, now moves into 10th place. With only 3 laps in this race remaining, I don't think that extra long tire strategy was doing him any favors. Lobster says he likes the Milky Way dark. I don't mind the Milky Way dark. I don't mind the dark chocolate lobster, but I much prefer my women dark than my chocolate. So Massive now has pulled out the gap he needs. I don't think he's going to be under threat here from Joban, even under the DRS, or in the DRS straights. He should be fine. Defy has not put the pressure on Double R Lawrence that he was hoping to. Actually, let's just go to the race director and just check to see how many penalties Double R Lawrence has. 1. Of course, only 1. Defy Defy is on his final warning. Naughty boy, Defy. We'll get to talk to Defy on the podium, and we'll find out if that indeed was his strategy as NXR Gifted gets a meaningless penalty. Seriously, bro, just turn the AI on. Kick back and enjoy the rest of the race. Novocaine, 25 seconds behind NXR Gifted, so he's 35 seconds behind the leader, as he looks like he's going to be fighting in these last few laps with We the North being cheered on, no doubt, by Mrs. Novocaine. She does not want to see her man lose fourth place here. I believe he qualified there. He's been there for almost the entirety of the race. He deserves this. Should have the tire advantage right now, but does not have the speed advantage because We the North does have that hot, steamy blast of DRS. And it looks like he's going to be able to make the move around the outside of Senor Novocaine. No, Novocaine goes defensive, holds his line down the inside, does not allow We the North to bully him. So now they go through the stadium section. We the North is going to have another opportunity here with another DRS straight coming up very shortly. And Novocaine is going to have to defend again. NXR Gifted has gone into the pits. Takes the free pit stop, puts on the soft tires, going to go for the fastest lap. Big brain thinking there from NXR Gifted. He's a clever boy, that NXR. As Novocaine and We the North continue to battle. Novocaine continues to hold on valiantly. Ooh. Looks like Double R Lawrence went a little wide there. Let's see if he did. This is all we have to check on now. He didn't. God damn it. So, no chance that Double R Lawrence really is going to go off the track twice in the final lap. Defy might want to go ahead and make that move now, though, just in case Double R Lawrence does. He doesn't want to be behind him at the end of the race. And we, the North, continue to battle with Novocaine. Oh, no. What have we seen there? Novocaine ran him very wide indeed. Now, we, the North, might take significant umbrage to that. He has maintained his DRS range, so that's good. But, boy, that was messy between those two going into the stadium section. And Chaos Corrupted behind smells blood. So that's helped him get within the DRS range. Let's keep an eye on these two, though. No love lost between Novocaine and We the North. We the North pulls out on the outside. Coming into the final lap, We the North with the advantage in 4th place. Novocaine, though, is not going to give this up without a fight. Turns on the ERS. Not sure why he's using it already. As I predicted, Defy does, in fact, go into the lead of the race. As Novocaine now takes the position back from We the North. So we've got 2 DRS straights here to determine who is going to come out in 4th place. How exciting. Ultimately, it will be for a podium interview, so this is a big deal. Here we go. DRS straight 1 of 2. So Novocaine has not turned on the ERS. He's going to save it for that final straight. Uh-oh, We the North is going by. Is Chaos Corrupted going to get it by too? No, he is not. So Novocaine, probably right where he wants to be, is going to follow very closely behind We the North. At least he's going to try to. And try to steal 4th place here on the final lap. That is the strategy that Mrs. Novocaine has decided to go with, and now it's up to Novocaine to execute it. He is 6/10 behind. That is not ideal. Here we go. So Novocaine and We the North both turn on their ERS, dump the battery. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough for Novocaine. Oh, perhaps it is. Down the inside of We the North. They're going to fight it out to the line. Who's going to get the better traction? It looks like it's going to be Novocaine. Novocaine! Oh no, We the North fights back on the inside. Who's it going to be? It is We the North at the end, getting the 4th spot by 0.15 seconds. Crikey. Oh, Novocaine. Mrs. Novocaine is going to be furious with your insolence. You failed. Winner of tonight's race, Double R Lawrence. What a surprise. Defy had it in his hands and blew it. He finished 2nd. And NXR Gifted, the final podium position in 3rd place. Photo finish indeed for 4th place there between NXR Gifted and We the North. Fakasha in the chat there. Fakasha, of course, not joining us tonight. Not sure why. Perhaps it's just pure cowardice. I don't know. But Fakasha not here. But he has joined the chat, so we appreciate that. So let's invite our Brolios here. Let's get NXR Gifted in the chat. Send him an invite to our party. And let's get... we gotta get... Oh, god damn, this fucking inviting Defy. This is such a pain in the dick. Fucking hell. Yeah, hello. So hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. God damn it. Okay, we have invited Defy and NXR Gifted. NXR, you're there, aren't you?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, you're there. Of course you're there. I can always count on you. So NXR is here. Defy has not joined us yet. Now we need to invite We the North here for his first ever podium interview. There we go. Defy has joined the party. And let's see if we can get We the North to join us. If not, we will, well, just only have two. So I am joined now by Defy and NXR Gifted for our podium interview. Of course, boys, make sure all your T's are crossed and your lowercase j's are dotted as We the North joins us. Make sure all your boxes are checked. Defy has left the party already. What a prick. So let's see if we can get Defy back here momentarily. Now he's joined the party. We'll talk to you in a second, Defy, while you get your shit together. Let's go to NXR Gifted. NXR, you finished in third in that race. You were hanging there with Double R Lawrence for a while. Did you think that you had a chance, or did you know that eventually it was all going to come apart?
No, I think Lawrence just had a little bit of straight line speed on with the no slipstream, so he just eventually pulled away from me once I made a couple mistakes in that chicane. Chicane's incredibly hard with no ABS.
Yeah. Well, in the end, a third place finish. You continue your very consistent run. I know it's not championship worthy, but you must be pleased with how your season's going so far. A good comeback season for you.
Yeah, that what quali was pretty fun too. Almost thought I had pole until I saw Defty still had his lap to finish. And fastest lap as well. I'll take it.
Yeah, man. A good race overall for you tonight. A nice little season going on for you. If we can get rid of the dominance of Double R Lawrence, perhaps we'll have a chance next year. And XR Gifted, congratulations on your third place finish. And maybe we'll talk to you next week. Thanks for joining us. So now we go to our fourth place finisher, We the North, for his inaugural podium interview. We the North, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Are you going to be joining us more often for some more excellent performances like that? We the North, are you there? We ain't hear you, We the North. All right, well, that's a goddamn shame. We the North, Cat got his tongue. Nothing to say tonight. Perhaps he'll be able to join us next week. But for now, we thank We the North for showing up tonight and for the shortest podium interview ever. So now we're joined by our second place driver, hopefully before he leaves the party again. Defy, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know, my Xbox said disconnected, so I had to restart PC.
Okay, well, let's talk about your race because you had the whole thing in the palm of your hands and then you ruined it. What did you do?
Well, honestly, pace was surprisingly good, like for a track I've never driven really until this week, so I was pretty proud of how I did. Um, I got 2 warnings on the first lap alone, so that kind of screwed me up. I knew I was getting 3 seconds. I was just trying to maintain it to not get 6 seconds, and Lawrence drove a better race. I put in too little fuel, so I kind of had to let him by at one point. But
So that, yes, I did want to ask you about that. So towards the end there, it looked like you were just giving up. I thought that you were letting him by you, and then you would follow closely behind him to put pressure on him, therefore getting him a penalty. And then your penalties would even out and you'd have a chance to win. But that's not what your strategy was, huh?
well, I mean, of course, it's always to try and do that. I was thinking that in the back of my mind, but Lawrence, he's quick, but the thing about him that's better than me is he's consistent. He doesn't get warnings like I do. I checked his race director directly after the race, 0 warnings the whole race. So it's like I really never had a chance. Of course, I'm gonna do anything I can to win. That's not dirty. But after I put in too little fuel, you, there's not much I could have done.
Well, it was a worthwhile gamble, Defy, and overall, pretty good evening for yourself. You started on pole, you finished second, but the dominance of Double R Lawrence continues. Either way, congratulations on your second place finish, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so that'll do it for us here this evening. Thank you so much to our 15 drivers for putting in the time and effort on driving on this Mickey Mouse racetrack. Thank you so much to everybody out there who joined us, and thanks, of course, for coming back throughout the week to watch the stream. I am DonutPuncher 272, and I think it's time to say goodnight to the hot racing action that we saw, and goodnight forever to this racetrack. Until next week, goodbye.